Alright, let's check this out. So this is Little D Pieces game. I picked this up on Lukey Games for about 10 bucks. I think it's on Amazon for like 15, 16 bucks. If you've played the Breath of Fire series before, it's pretty cool. It goes back to Breath of Fire 1 for the Super Nintendo. Breath of Fire 2 is also on the SNES, and then Breath of Fire 3 I think was PlayStation 1. I never played Breath of Fire 4. I think that was a PS2 game? Maybe somebody in chat knows. This game is wildly different though. It's Breath of Fire set in a sci-fi setting, and like the Lightning Returns game, it has a built-in time limit, I understand, where you play the game over a certain period of time, and then at the end it cuts out, and then you have to do a new game plus where you start back over again with all of your items. So let's go ahead and check it out. Breath of Fire 3 has a rockin' soundtrack too. Breath of Fire 4 is PlayStation 1 as well. So I expect there to be a blue-haired main character named Ryu, and a blonde, female, possibly angelic character named Nina. That's my expectations going into this for Breath of Fire 1, 2, and 3. Let's turn on all this stuff. This looks great. Screen position looks fine. Perfect. Oh yeah, Tipo takes me back. It's me entering a name for the character. We'll do the standard as Ryu. Can't do lowercase, can I? I can. Kind of cool seeing a futuristic Breath of Fire. All the other ones are very solidly rooted in fantasy. Not so much science fiction. There's one in slot 2. Hopefully it'll let me access it. I guess I can always change it if I need to. D counter, is that the time limit thing I was talking about, little D piece? Tiny Tale of Time. I like the art style already. You see this a bit in some of the later PS2 games. It's like pseudo, it's not cel-shading, but it's like you have the thick black outline. Like, I think Wild Arms, one of the Wild Arms sequels did this. Circle is confirmed. Listen. Guarding the lift. What even a low D can do. Don't know what that means yet. Dude's got barcodes on their necks. Excited to see what the battle style is like in this. Breath of Fire has always been pretty traditional, but this game seems to be breaking from the tradition in a lot of other ways. Yes, indeed. I like dragons. I like quarters. Ooh, alright. Gain control pretty early for a modern JRPG. You guys saw with like Xenosaga, for example, how long it went. Save tokens. Required for saving on the teleporter. Save data with the save token is not deleted when it's loaded. Okay. So normally I can save the game via like a quick save system, but I need to, if I want to make a permanent save, I have to use one of those. That seems fair. As long as I can save whenever, just in case, you know. No key items yet. Ah, Zenny. Triangle. Let's see if I can change the controllers. I can't really, can I? They always want X to be confirmed. Yeah, I'll deal with the way it is right now. Triangle is cancel. Get used to it. Cool like camera angle in this first scene too. Kind of telling me a lot about how the game is going to handle itself. Nothing to interact with, it looks like. Circle brings up this menu, which looks like it shows me a map. Okay. Square doesn't do anything. There's like a film grain running, sort of like what they do with Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1 allows you to turn on or off a film grain setting. What's up? Your D ratio, you'll never move up. Don't push yourself. Now that it displays your health in the corner makes me wonder if this has got kind of like an action RPG thing going on. Sort of a typical... What's a genic? Made as domesticated creatures, but some go feral. Alright. This is your reason for having monsters in your universe. I'm guessing that I haven't triggered the time limit part of the game. I guess them giving you access to control your character early is important if they're expecting you to do multiple New Game Pluses to beat it. Captain Zeno's waiting for you in her office. Alright. Low Ds are nuts. Just need to figure out what D means. In Mother 3, D power stands for dragon, I think. Kiss up the Bosch while you can. He's on his way to the top. Oh, and there's a fast forward button in the bottom right corner if I've already seen the cutscene before. That's cool. So if you're doing New Game Plus, you're going to have to watch all it again. I would hope that would be the case. If people in chat have played Lightning Returns before, a game I haven't played, is there something similar where it's really easy to skip through stuff when you're on a New Game Plus? I didn't review the details of your mission. Or the freight lift and guard its contents. This game must have come out close to the end of the PlayStation 2 era, right? No questions. Please wait outside. Even like the style of the Ryu character in this one's pretty different. You end up doing New Game Plus and Lightning Returns. Oh, I thought that I thought you needed to do multiple New Game Pluses to even beat the game. Gotcha. Usually my thing is don't skip on the first run through, but if you're doing a New Game Plus, you may as well skip. So like I'll do the 40-hour initial playthrough of Metal Gear Solid game and then immediately boot it back up and beat it in 3 hours, skipping all the cutscenes. Oh. That's cool. Did they, is there like an in-universe explanation for the New Game Plus part of it, Little D-Piece? Since I probably won't get that far today. Usually New Game Plus just exists in a vacuum, but if they're like giving an in-universe reason for why you're starting over, I don't know if it's like a Edge of Tomorrow, Groundhog Day kind of thing. Let's not waste our save token. Do that at the end of the mission here. Before you go out on a mission, stock up on weapons, head to the lower sector over there. Alright, could do that. You beat it in your first run through? Gotcha. Yeah, we'll see. Probably not with it being an hour. Great. On this pass-through anyway. Although so far the scenes have been fairly short compared to other JRPGs, right? Not having voice acting is actually a feather in the cap. This one's intended, like the actual main campaign is super short. I think it's on the order of like 5 or 6 hours before the timer runs up and you start this over again. Oh man, look at all this stuff. Kit. damage. Also usable in damage. No, I'm not gonna buy anything just yet. See what I find. If I die, I die, you know. Can't enter the lab after hours. Standard weapon, yeah, let's buy weapons. Done with that. Since we don't have anything to start with, seems extra important. Buster Sword, huh? Can't afford any of these weapons, actually, so that makes life easy. Nice. Ooh, you identify weapons and stuff? Oh man, is this like Diablo-style loot? That always gets me excited in any game. I feel like if it's handled well, Diablo-style randomized loot can inject a lot of fun or life in almost any game. As long as the game's not balanced on the assumption that you find something good, you know? If it's just kind of like a nice bonus, nice to have sort of a thing. I'm curious to know how Destiny handles that. It's a game that I want to play once I have a system that can handle it. Now that it's getting such good reviews with the new DLC. Or I guess technically you'd call Taken King an expansion or a relaunch of the game. It's working out really well, actually. I'm still technically working off of my my severance from my old job. But if you set a reasonable threshold that says, I will guarantee I will stream like 5 hours a week at this threshold, that's not too bad. That's like an hour a day, Monday through Friday, or one big 5-hour stream on the weekend. Just make sure that you set your goals reasonably. Make sure you can actually match them and that the goal you set is paying a bill for you is the metric that I used. I removed the actual bills from the page, but that's what I did. I said, let's start from internet bill, you know, electricity, insurance, up through stream being minimum wage would be when I'd be able to do it full time once my severance money runs out in February of next year. I can hear that point, Spiky. I guess, and that quickly becomes true no matter how else the game is oriented, right? Even if early on the first few pieces of regular white loot you find is good, as soon as you replace it, then you never want to see that color of loot ever again. You only want to see like purple, blue, or gold loot. I hadn't thought of it that way. That's an interesting point. I think this is the way we can go now, right? Now that that guy moved out of our way. I don't think it's that way. Let's try this. What's this guy say? Should be our mission, right? Oh, this is the lower sector, so let's try going this way. I don't think we've gone this way yet. You got a ways to go before you ever hit that, though, Joe man. Figure if people are donating on the level that Twitch expects, that's $5 per subscriber. So you need like 240 subs, which are people you'd expect to be watching you regularly, so. Oh yeah. I don't know, I like Diablo loot in Diablo, and I see your point, Spiky. I can imagine a game where I don't like it, so I don't know what it is about Diablo that makes me like it. If you think about it, like, Diablo loot gets worse and worse the longer you're playing. Like, at the very beginning, the first time you kill an enemy, the first time it ever drops loot, it's at its best, because every single enemy has an upgrade for you. And when eventually you get to the point where you're scrimping and scraping and you're waiting for the thing to drop that's the exact same item you're already wearing with marginally better stats, that's when it starts to lose its charm, right? Lift to Biocorp. I found a chest. I found a chest. Fresh meat. Sell this stuff. Battles begin when enemies touch you. strike them first with an attack button, you'll be given a bonus extra turn to act it. Use the trap button to set bait. Use when you're being chased by enemies, to lure them away from you. That's cool. Alright. Alright. Extra turn for Bosch. Alright, so this is kind of like the Legend of Legaia / Xenosaga battle system, it looks like. Maybe. I don't know if there's like a combo system or not. Oh, but I can move in real time during my turn. That's cool. Oh, what's this like? Is this... I've seen this in another game where you have like a radius that your character can move in, and they can move with impunity. It's like truly turn-based. It's not like Tales of Symphonia that does that, is it? It's closer to the real time. Let's do Line Smash. I think that walking is using AP as well. Defense down, cool. And if I move out of range, I start to turn red. I don't know what that represents just yet. Oh, if you have multiple AP, you can do multiple things in the same turn. That's really cool. So you want to move as little as possible so you can act multiple times. I like it. Because Valkyria Chronicles does do the same thing, doesn't it? Thinking of a more traditional, like, turn-based RPG, but yeah, absolutely. Or not turn-based, non-SRPG, there we go. And move. He gets to go and punch me a whole bunch. I'd say, Joe, man, it doesn't hurt to set one up and just set it so that the first goal actually requires some people to subscribe before you guarantee a stream at all. That way, it's nothing but upside for you, right? If you say, like, you know, $50 a month, which is 10 people subscribing at the base value, guarantees a 5-hour stream a week, then that probably pays one of your bills, like your phone bill or something, or helps pay your internet bill. And you can more easily justify picking out an hour here and there. It's font for your XP number. Oh god, he hit me, I think. Yeah, he gets an extra turn. Ow. Gold boxes have good stuff in them. Gotcha. I do like this combat system. I like how the battles occur in real, like the actual area where you bump into them, and the positioning matters. It's like a step further away from Chrono Trigger. Game Wisp versus Patreon. So I found out about Game Wisp right after I switched to Patreon. I didn't want to make people switch around a lot. Game Wisp has some cool ways to hook directly into Twitch. So that's a feather in its cap. Although it scales much better when you have tons of subscribers and not when you're small, so that's a con. What else should I say about it? Game Wisp takes a much bigger cut from donations than Patreon does. Patreon is something like, it's less than 10% at the end of the day. And they even do like a direct deposit into your bank account, so you don't even have to worry about PayPal at all. So when you're small, that matters a lot more, right? They handle tax reporting directly. The biggest con for Patreon at the moment is that there's no API for it, so you can't set up like a sub alert easily. Some people have done a thing where they just like refresh your Patreon page once every 30 minutes or something to see if there's a change. To the extent that you can beat it, I got 98% of the way through Achievement Unlocked 1, Andrea. Nowhere near as far in Achievement Unlocked 2, and nowhere near as far in Achievement Unlocked 3. But we found a lot of the good ones. We found all the rooms and stuff like that. I want to know how I switch to my other character. Oh, I think it's just a turn order. And that Bosch is just strong enough that he always gets to go first, and he'll tend to kill them. Yeah, I could see him looking like Sid. He's got the... I think he technically has... He looks like he's bald. But he technically has got hair. Yeah. Alright. What's in here? Battle system. Check your Navi at the bottom right of the screen. The white dot shining inside the pets range. Japanese developers love their English acronyms, right? Light and area represent the enemies we'll be fighting in battle. Moving and attacking in battle use AP. Yep, you recover 1 AP gauge per turn. Any AP left at the end of a turn will be added to your total AP next turn. So yeah, that is more like Valkyria Chronicles. Kicked you guys in the face. It's also that I'm getting an extra turn every round. I'm sure that influences why Bosch keeps going exclusively. I could probably move Ryu to the front of the party or something. Cool. Let's do a turn end, and he's gonna get to go again because that was an extra turn. Let's kill the demon dude. Looks like they have some default shield that you have to bust through. Not entirely sure I follow what's going on with that. You see how there's like a green shield around them and then damage starts dropping off? I don't know if that's on a per move, per attack basis to make certain enemies resist like small damage rapid attacks. Alright. I could do a level 3 attack if I was standing completely still. Oh, okay. Is that the only use for meat to lure them into an area? Why would I want them all in one area? Do I later get like area of effect abilities or something, little DPs? That doesn't seem particularly necessary right now, but I could see it becoming necessary later. Oh, I have area of effect abilities. That's cool. Alright, let's back out. Is this Fang that does that? Okay. Cool. Alright. Oh, the defense down on the attack. Okay, gotcha. Bang again. Always want to hit 2 enemies when you can. I can't reach him now. If I take a step forward, it's probably too much AP. This is a really cool battle system. I haven't seen a non-SRPG do something like this. Getting zenny. Treasure boxes and treasure keys. When you obtain a treasure key, a key icon will appear on the Navi map. A treasure key will only open a treasure box on the same floor it was found. Okay. I think we found one earlier, right? Let's go back. Okay. Oh, there's certain hidden enemies you can lure out. Does the game give you any kind of heads up that there might be a hidden enemy in the area worth looking for? Okay, no, I didn't actually see one. I made that up. Bumping bass line in this song. There is a, like, golden chest there that I can't reach. Let's see if I can, like, jump down, maybe. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Pick it back up, though. Okay, good to know. Circle is the map. Yeah, there's no jump. Oh, I can't have it, so I start with Rio. I just hit the button that lets me do that. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would get to that yet. Maybe I can come at it from the other side. I just haven't reached that far yet. Oh, gotcha. One of the advantages of coming back on the second round and remembering where enemies are. All Edge of Tomorrow, Groundhog Day style. Hot! Oh, they run away from you at some point. That's cool. Haven't really seen the level up system. If I have leveled up, I didn't notice it. Deathbringer. That sounds great. I like death. I like bringing it to my enemies. And move, and then he gets to go again. Grats. GG, people. Oh man. AP can be... Wait, do I get AP back if I think I do. I think part of the way the movement works is that it's not like Valkyria Chronicles where you only get so much move, and if you accidentally double back, you've made a mistake, and you've permanently lost movement for that turn. It's based on how far you moved from your starting position. So if you walk too far, and then you walk back to where you were, it regenerates. See, I like that. That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that in Valkyria Chronicles. That would be an improvement. Sometimes I feel stressed out to move my characters as efficiently as possible, and you can't really tell what their movement range is on the minimap. You almost have to like do the mission once and fail at it, and then load your save if you want to move them correctly. So I like having that much control. I guess the problem is that wouldn't work super well in Valkyria Chronicles because enemies can shoot at you while you're moving, so... You obtained a skill. You can learn skills by using skill items. There are two types of skills. Weapon skills can be threaded onto weapons, and shield skills can be threaded onto shields. Okay. Try putting the steel skill onto your shield. When equipped, you'll be able to steal items from enemies when they attack you. Cool. I'm a fan of all of those words. Oh, you have to... I got a thing we can identify. Alright. You learn the skill steal. Okay, so when you get it, everybody has the ability to use it. Then we can equip it. I'm understanding this correctly. I think it has to be a skill, though, right? Steal. Got it. Ah, and it's just a skill that's equipped. Okay. And I probably have to do the same thing for Bosch, right? And they can both use it. Cool, cool. Rad. I want to go identify that thing. It's okay, we'll keep moving. It's a cool system, though. Yeah, movement's pretty demanding, it looks like. Should probably look at the stats for Deathbringer and understand better what exactly it does and how it works. With extra turn. Do a line smash. Later, loot effects. Thanks for hanging out, man. Catch you around. Is this the last Breath of Fire game to be made? Has Capcom made another one since this one? I used to really love this series. Like, Breath of Fire 2 is a super dark game. Holy shit. Oh, that's cool. You have the AP for it. You can attack twice. Snatched Wild Swing. Oh, what does that even mean? Oh, man. That was the attack he used. So when I steal stuff with the steel on the shield, do I get their abilities? I love things that let you take monster abilities. What does Snakebite do? Poisons the enemy. Makes sense. Alright. This is the last one they've made so far. What year was this? You have it in front of you. So you can move all you want, but I think you don't want to have it say 0. Don't know why yet. All alone and feel scared. Poor demon. Ouch. Gotta be careful doing that. See if he keeps running away. See if he runs away again. Probably need to have Bosch do the finishing move on him. We want to avoid dying here. Do I have items I can use? I think I just passed my turn. I do have items, okay. Heal kits. Restores 50 HP. Let's just be safe. I don't know how much AP that uses. 2000. Holy shit, it's been 13 years since there's been a Breath of Fire game? Wow. Come on, Capcom. You're not dead like Konami. Yeah, basically. We're all blue mages. I do like the steel being on your shield, so there's like a benefit to the enemy attacking you. Level 2, reuse level 2 skill, Wild Swing. Perfect. I'll tell you a little DP, so I didn't know what to expect. I was reading the wiki article. I know that I like Breath of Fire, but like this game didn't get the wildest reception in the West. But this is pretty cool. I dig this. I'm excited to see the New Game Plus mechanic. How the hell that works. Wild Swing, right? Okay, so I can equip it on a slot, sure. And it's anything that's level 2. So these are slots that I can equip anything on. I'd love to see them make one in the vein of this one. So yeah, when I keep comparing this to like Lightning Returns, this is way before Lightning Returns came out. This could be bad for... yeah. Especially since that thing gets an extra turn. Can I like use an item on somebody else? I hope so. I can. Okay, good. Thank God. Doesn't look like it uses AP. Maybe it does and I'm not seeing it. Defense down seems like a good first use of skill. Snatched Ogre Slice. Alright. Getting more stuff. That is always my jam. Let's try this Wild Swing we just learned. It randomly multiplies damage between 0.5 to 2x. Okay. So we had a 0.5 there. You get a brief window during which you can combo, it looks like. Some enemies have a counterattack, but not all enemies, it looks like. But I've missed the window to do my own. Cool. Look at that Zenny. I got hella cash. I think I can get that item before that I wasn't able to see. I also... Hey D-Rock, how you doing? I also really like that this game does not have random battles, and that the enemies are visible on the screen. That actually matters a lot to my appreciation of a game, turns out. Especially modern JRPGs, random battles stress me out. Unless if it's Bravely Default, where it lets you turn them off whenever you want to. If you're just like, man, I just want to explore this dungeon. Like, I don't want to be getting into fights every 5 or 6 steps. I think that's the way to go, honestly. Escape. Dude, all these skills. It seems kind of cool that, you know, when you learn these skills, it sounds like when you do the New Game Plus thing, after the timer runs out, you get to keep all of them. Ogre Slice, okay. Escape. Allows you to retreat in a battle. Yeah, that's cool too. It makes sense that it's not super long either. We were talking about that earlier. I know Spiky mentioned that Undertale is a good, only like 6-hour game. It hits, causes a critical attack of 75%, but it has a 50% chance to miss. Okay, so he's got a lot of RNG kind of abilities. At the moment, anyway. Change. We still haven't figured out what D ratio means in universe. Nice to meet you too. Combat tips? Strike enemies where they touch you. Yep. I might want to go try to, before I go further down, I want to go see if I can like heal up in town without having to waste all my medkits on it. I didn't see if there was a dude in town. There's like an inn where you can stay for free. We'll go take a look. Yeah, Wild Swing's not the best. Kinda gets the job done. Just give me this shortcut reminder to pay attention and see what that actually means. You spend some amount of points just to start using an ability, it looks like. I think like you spend an equal amount for each step you take? I think so. Bonk. I do always want to let the enemies attack us in case they have something good with stealing. Nice. Battles move fairly briskly, I think. Some more fresh meat. Like, there's not a lot of BS victory fanfare that makes the battle take longer. It's like you start the battle, you get through it as quickly as you can. Interesting. I bet that a lot of the things that I like about this game are a function of it having this time limit. They had to decide, well, if we know that we want the players to play the game multiple times, we better make the transitions really quick, we better make it easy for you to move through text and cutscenes. I don't know if I'm going to get to where the timer first shows up before we wrap up today, but so I'm digging it so far. I'm going to save one of my save tokens for when we wrap up. Didn't mean to go back in here. Looks like we go into this cave area and then we keep descending. It's like a central dungeon. I want to go find... DPs, do you know, is there a place I can go to heal up for free? Like an inn or something like that? Or do I have to like go buy heal kits and use them on myself? If I do, that's fine. Just don't waste Zenny if I don't need to. No, I mean... My D ratio is 1 out of 4096. I think his is better than mine, right? Just want to know what that means. Yeah, mine is a 1 out of 8192. Not yet. Don't want to save just... This is where those shops are. I'm trying to get my... Wrap my head around the map out. There are some definite item shops here that I can use. Anything else? Oh, cool. You have to go buy healing items and use them until you're full. Okay, that's fine. What are the consequences for dying? Like an individual character dying and like gaming over? You go back to a permanent save point. Alright. So we have more Zenny now. We could get this Ranger Edge. I think I like the idea of doing that too. Although I should probably identify the item that I have first. Might be someone out here who does identification. Yes, please do. Buster Sword 1. Alright, I'm glad I didn't buy something. Go back to a save point, gotcha. I have to take it out of like a weapon locker. Look that you can store stuff in here, that's cool. Okay, but I can have both of them at the ready. I can carry a maximum of 3 weapons with me and be ready to change them if I need to. Makes sense. Alright. Man, I'm in the lab wherever I want. A bunch of heal kits, since we know how much we actually need them now. Damn, they're pretty expensive too. It's cool. Use what I got. That's pretty uncommon. I've never seen a game that makes you use items in that way, but it's kind of nice though. It's nice in that you're not always worrying, oh god, I don't want to go buy heal items because there could be a more efficient way for me to recover health. No, if that's actually the most efficient way, that's what you should do. We'll roll with that for now. I'm sure eventually we'll get an ability that lets us recover health either directly through like a literal heal spell or something that is like a life drain skill. Either would be most cool. Schedule update. We're playing Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter, which is a patron game. It's little D pieces patron game selection. For another 20 minutes or so, 15-20 minutes. The sub block, I'm thinking about switching over to this like weighted randomized style. It's getting to be that there's enough games on the list that people are having to wait upwards of a month to see their title. And I don't want to just keep people from seeing their game just because they've had several chances at it. So what I'm going to do is basically roll dice to determine who gets to go, weighted by how many times you've already gone. So if you've already gone a bunch of times, you'll have a lower chance. The weight will be lower. If you've never gone before, you're almost guaranteed to go. And I'll probably do that separate from people's schedules. I'll try to check with you, like if I know that 2 people are going on the same day, I'll check with you in chat to see which one works better for you. But if I absolutely can't get it to work, I'll just play it, and then we'll make sure that you can catch it up on YouTube. I'll discuss that further with the subscribers in our subscriber Google group. If you have questions about it, let me know. Alright, catch you later, little DPs. Cool game. Enjoy trivia. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for your support. Already dead monsters. Okay. So who's out here? I wonder if I get more party members in this. Need to get Nina at least, right? Mob, right? Oh no, it's a chest. Even better. Now I need to get a treasure heap. Alright, I can do this thing. I do like the combo system. Pretty cool. I think I might be body blocking him. I'm going to see what happens when Bosch's turn comes up. Probably less so now. No item to steal, okay. Oh, you get bonus damage when you combo too. That's nice. Snake bite him. He's immune to poison. Can't all be winners. Now I wonder why... Oh, it's because it's a new weapon and I haven't equipped anything else yet. Okay, it's like... Where'd all his skills go? I have to change them. I wonder if you can have a character effectively act as a tank by having them stand in front of an enemy. Hopefully he doesn't die here, we'll see. Ow. Hopefully that's all he's got for his turn. Almost wasn't. Defense down doesn't work. Ryu might be able to finish him off though, it's going to be pushing it. Let me use an item. This will be a penalty for me to do so. Alright. Victory. This game starts off pretty tough, too. I like it. There's the treasure key. Side slash. Oh, heck yeah, we want to take it. Are you kidding me? Don't take the item. What is this? Use level 1 skill. Okay. Sort. Curious what happens if you get something on like a second playthrough. Like a skill that you already have, how that works, you know? Spread? Okay, this is a ranged attack. It does slightly less damage and is less accurate, but it hits everybody. There's only one that we're able to edit. Okay, sure. So I think I want side slash. I don't want the one that has a 50% chance to miss. We're gonna do vertical slash and wild swing, and then we're gonna do Deathbringer. There's 2 different pages. Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right, Bosch, my man. Not to be confused with Bosch from Final Fantasy 12, for the more different Bosch. Oh, that's cool. So each weapon. Check this out, each weapon has skills associated with it that you equip or thread to it. So you can be carrying different builds on you by carrying 3 different weapons and 3 different shields. And I'm guessing you can switch between them in combat, or maybe at least in the dungeon. That's pretty neat. I like games that let you toggle between builds easily. There's some games that are sorely lacking in the capability to do that, namely like Diablo 3. Hearthstone doesn't give you enough deck slots, kind of a thing. Having a skill doesn't do anything. Yeah. Gotcha. Figured that out, but thank you for telling me, just in case I wasn't dorking around in the menus. Don't always do that, you know. Got some dynamite. Got some demite. I wonder why they chose to make this game under the Breath of Fire umbrella. It's so different from Breath of Fire. Like, what does it have in common? The main character has blue hair, his name is Ryu, and he uses a sword. Maybe there's other stuff we're going to bump into in the future, but like, battle systems, crazy different. The lore is crazy different. Also, Breath of Fire just means Capcom JRPG. Could actually be it. Probably nothing to do over this way, right? Alright, let's go. Let's get out dodge. I think it's all later down. I don't know if there's gonna be other save points that are in the dungeon proper, so at some point I'll probably turn around to make sure that I can save. Do you like tracking the meter depth? I'll have to ask Lil D-Piece later on whether the dungeons are randomly generated or not. Check the top left of the screen, press the L1 and L2 buttons to choose the trap item that will be set with the trap button. Square. Use bombs to weaken enemies before entering battle. They can also be used during battle to damage them. Use baits and bombs effectively to secure a tactical advantage before entering battle. That's cool. Hold on. Looks like if I misplace bait, it's pretty easy for me to get it back, which is nice. That's harder to land successfully than it looks, so I don't want to waste it. Cool. Don't know yet. No enemies in line of sight. Okay. You want to try to attack in such a way that all of them can get hit. Unfortunately, they give me enough time to reposition myself. I really like that bet. I can't say how much I like that feature, where your movement indicator, you can back up as much as you want until you find exactly the best spot to be standing in. Oh, I should have side slashed again. This might be kind of bad. These things are kind of nasty. Probably keep using side slash on them though. See how much damage they do to Ryu. I don't know what the situation is with Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so it's like, it really is how far you were from where you started. So after I go down the stairs, if I loop back around this way, I can get some of my AP back. That's pretty neat. Was Fang the one that was ranged? I don't think that there's any ally damage in this one that I have to worry about. Regardless of defense. Cool. Let's just save the AP as remaining, right? Ooh, yeah, 20 damage per bat. Hopefully the big one doesn't try to hit him. Gathering AP. We're gonna need Ryu to get some big hits off here. Nope, we want to do side slash. Though the accuracy on it isn't so great, fortunately. Good. It's attacking Bosch. Bosch is in a much better position to defend the party. Okay, now we want Fang, right? It's the one that's AoE. I like that it shows you exactly who all it's going to hit, too. Really step him back a little bit to make sure that that's going to hit more people. It's level 2 attack, Fang. There we go, it's going to hit everybody. We got some kills off from that. I think we're okay to just end the move there. Little bats get to go. After this battle, I'm gonna back up and try to hop upstairs and save the game. Use one of these save tokens. All right, let's use a healing kit for sure. Cool. Alright, and then what else will we do? We could use Deathbringer. Hey, Ben. Cat's hungry. There you go, buddy. Ooh, it missed. Alright, second one didn't. It did decent damage, so I'll take it. I think it's gonna be on Bosch to wrap this up, though. Ouch. You guys at least appear to give decent experience. I think I want to kill the little bat for sure. Maybe there is friendly fire, I can't really tell. Unless if there's 2 bats back there, that's also possible. No, there are 2 bats. Oh, I see. Okay, let's just do it. Alright, GG. One of those fights where it feels like you shouldn't be winning, you know? No. Gotta end your turn somewhere where you actually have AP available to you, I think. Have to just end here, I think. That might kill Ryu. We'll see how much it does. Not quite. Hopefully Ryu can get a kill off on it. It's gonna be pushing it, but Bosch is gonna get another chance to go, so. Alright. GG, and we get to get the meat back too, which is cool. Oh, and you get extra experience for doing well on the fight. Nice. Oh, there's stuff down there that I want to get, but I also don't want to piss off these bats, you know? No? Don't have time for y'all. Uh-oh. Took a hit there. This could be really bad for us. Shit. Alright, I don't know how we go about rezzing dead party members, so I should probably use an item first and foremost. Tonic reses them from unconscious status. Okay, good to know. So I can at least pick him up. It's not game over. Close to it, though. Let me see if I can AoE these guys at all. No, I'm not close enough. Take a couple steps and try that way. No, they're not close enough to take AoE damage. We do a reset? Yes, you... Okay, cool. So you can reset and go back to where you started. That's good to know. One's almost, but not quite dead. I think he'll be able to survive their attacks, though. They hit him for like 15 each or so. Yeah. After these 3 little bats are dead, I'm going to get upstairs. We'll use that tonic and res everyone. There doesn't seem to be an easy room to grind up right at the beginning of the game. Now I should be able to use my AoE attack on them, yeah. Guy's almost dead, but not quite, and there's nothing else we can do until the next round. Ow. One thrust should cover it, and then the other guy, if I can get close to him. Got a defense down up, that's good. Let's wait until next round and we can finish him, no problem. I mean, he doesn't suddenly get a chance to do 45 damage to me in one round. I should probably play it safe and use an item just so I don't get killed, right? Yeah, all your money at the beginning of the game is don't go buying a weapon. You're wasting your money if you do. You gotta spend it on healing items. It's pretty unique. I haven't seen a JRPG that does that. They almost always have an inn where you get a full heal for free. Now is he... Oh, he's up to 1 hit point. Okay, cool. So tonic is just if I absolutely have to pick them up during the battle. That's important information. We're going back upstairs. We'll do a save and I'll give you guys an update on what to expect coming up. We just go straight out. I like how it marks where you came from whenever you go into a new area. Don't think we're at risk of getting lost or stuck here. We may have gone down a floor a little early. There might be another part of this map that we haven't visited yet. Doesn't look like monsters respawn, which is nice. Curious to know if you find shortcuts later on that make it easier to get back and forth from these places. Yeah, no, 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 no! This is the main entrance. Actually, gotta go down here, I think. Yeah, so it'd be cool in a New Game Plus when you come back and you still have all your skills and levels and stuff, and just all the enemies are running away from you and you're just trying to get down as low as you can. I'm so curious to know if the dungeon generates randomly or not. I could see that being cool either way each time you play it. The layout's different. This is closer to like JRPG Diablo, turn-based Diablo. I could see them doing that with a game like Diablo, right? Where Diablo gets its draw from having seasons or ladders in the case of Diablo 2, where you play for a certain period of time and then everything gets reset and you try again from the beginning. Imagine if they had a mode like that, except you reset it over like the span of hours, you know? Play Diablo for a 6-hour period and see how far you can take it, and then maybe carry something over. Yep, I'm gonna do Undertale. I'll probably do it in November. Gotta let it die down a little bit. I know that most streamers have already moved on from it, but you look up the game and you see somebody with 500 viewers playing it. That's it's kind of a big sponge standing in front of me for me to pick anybody up for it. I try not to play games just for viewers. I want to play Undertale because I want to play Undertale. I like Earthbound and it looks like a fun game, and it's only 6 hours, so there's lots of reasons for me to do it. But when it's brand new, I think I can kind of take advantage of it being brand new and strategize playing it, not like right when it comes out. Maybe after a little while when people are done with it. So I'd expect probably last couple weeks of November, I'll fit it onto the schedule, D-Rock. Find some room for it. Where was that save thing? In here? It's our save token. Yes. I have to move my memory cards around. Hold on. D-Rock doesn't have a PC. It's on a tablet. Alright, game saved. Cool, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's a really cool game from Little DPs if you're watching from the future on YouTube. Here's what's coming up. Tomorrow, originally the plan was to play Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, but we've got schedule conflict. Hapax is stuck in Oxford, so we don't have a full set of 3 people to do it all day. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and play Zelda in general. Tomorrow we're going to do Zelda Twilight Princess until we beat it, and then sub it out for Wind Waker, with another Zelda day next week, of course. Once Hapax and I are able to find some time that overlaps well with Flare-Wing's schedule as well, we'll do Triforce Heroes, so probably in the next week or 2, depending on jet lag and all that fun stuff. I did have Silent Hill scheduled for this Saturday. We are having company. I try very, very hard not to have things conflict with the normal Monday through Friday 12 to 6 stream schedule. Saturday for now is a bonus, and I'll do it when I can. This weekend I can't with the out-of-town company. But expect to see a Saturday stream following weekend, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We'll finish up Silent Hill 2, the last hotel levels, and then with the time we have remaining, we'll either get started on Albert Odyssey or make some more progress on Ogre Battle. Next week, games to look forward to include Final Fantasy X, Metroid Prime 3, Legend of Legaia. We're going to be bringing back Earthbound Beginnings for the first time in a few months, now that we've got some slots opening up on the schedule. Also, of course, more Zelda Wind Waker, Valkyria Chronicles, and Mass Effect 3. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I don't think there's anybody playing Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter, but there might be some people playing like Valkyria Chronicles or one of the other games we played today. So give me a second to check Twitch to see who all is online. If there's someone for this game, we'll pop over there, but... Started pulling this up sooner. Twitch is pretty slow for me lately. Valkyria Chronicles. That's pretty friggin' sweet. Kami. Kind of a fan of that. Blackwall? They have anything for Iron Bull yet? Twitch search page is really slow today. I'll just go with someone. Hey, RTLO Zelda is playing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. I think that would be fun. Oh god. No, you shouldn't link me this. Don't have the monies. Let's do twitch.tv/RTLOZelda. Pop over if you haven't already. Give her a post. Help her out a little bit. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow for some more Zelda. Later.